Alrighty, we are live! Tycoon Thursday! Welcome to Tycoon Thursday. Oh, we got music today.
It's Thursday again.
It's Thursday, it's Tycoon Thursday. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. If you're here, type in hello. Type in hello. Type in where you're from. Let us know who you are so we can say hi to you as well. We want to say hello to you. Hi, P. Hi, Wei Jie. Hi, Ko Hua, Yinling. Hello. Type in where you're from so we know where you're tuning in from as well. What's up, guys? It's good to see y'all back on Tycoon Thursday. Nicholas is here. Jason is here. Wei Jie is here. Resh the Tycoon is back. Hey. Y'all know what's up. Booty. What's up, my booty man? Booty is here as well. Booty. Oh, man. It's good to see all of y'all. Hi, Ofla. Ofla, I miss you. How are you doing? Can you reach out and say hi? Ofla, I want to talk to you for a while. All right, Markin. Hi, Grace. Hi, May. Hi, Grace. Hi, Jane. Johannesburg tuning in as well. Johannesburg, we see Malaysia, we see Singapore, literally people from all around the world. Sydney is here as well. We have Sydney, Johannesburg, Malaysia. Oh, wow, people from all around the world. Absolutely amazing. So, guys, today's going to be absolutely exciting session. I cannot wait for this session. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Me and Sean are back for Tycoon Thursday. Sean, you excited for today, bro?
Very excited to see what the younger investors. Actually, you're very young also, but I'm always excited to see people's portfolio. It's very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. So again, what we're going to go through today is we're going to dissect a portfolio. We're going to show you all how mentorship by tycoons is done. You're gonna step into the minds of two investors. You're gonna have a chance to talk to us, ask us any question they want with regards to their portfolios. We're gonna help them, really give them solid, advice to actually guide them towards scaling the portfolios to 6-7 figures if they want to. All right. So again, we expect the people who actually come on board today to be to really be blessed. All right. So again, they're really very blessed to be chosen for today's session. And how many of you are excited and very ready to learn? If you're very excited and super ready to learn from these portfolios, type in ready. Type in ready, my friends. Type in ready. Shengli excited. Daniel's excited. Come on, type in ready. Let me see your comments. I want to see ready. I want you all to smash the love button. Smash some love. Whoa, I'm shouting so loud. Let me go and close my door, bro. Later, people scold me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so people are ready. Okay, guys. So let me give you all the profiles. All right. So first up, we actually gonna have Sharon. All right. So Sharon is let me just talk to her for a while. Sharon, can you come on board?
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sean. Hi, Resh.
Hi,
Hi,
Sharon.
everyone.
Hi, guys. Guys, can all of you type in hi, Sharon? Sharon is very nervous. It's not before she's very nervous, So she's quite scared because there's 1,000 people watching. It's like, oh, Resh, I don't know how to not talk 1,000 people before, but hey, man, okay, Sharon, no worries. It's all easy. Okay?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. So, guys, can you type in hi, Sharon? Okay, so Sharon, give us a quick introduction. Where you from? Where you from? Why do you get started in investing? How do you get started in this investing journey?
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon. I'm from Malaysia. I've been investing for 2 years now. I did a course which is called VIC last time, 2 years back. Yeah, and just recently I joined Get Cash with Resh, and then OMI. Yeah.
Nice.
Then after that, my portfolio went up for 40%.
Wow,
In 4
that's
months.
Oh, congrats.
40% in how long?
In 4 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's great. Since when?
I think since April.
That's amazing, Sharon. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. I'm happy.
I can see from your face that you're happy. I can see from your face that you're
Very
happy.
good.
But guys, you know, I share you something that Sharon don't tell anybody. But I share you something about Sharon. You know, 40% in 4 months. Guys, do y'all think that's amazing? If y'all think that's amazing, type in amazing. Yeah, type in amazing. If y'all think that's amazing, type in amazing. Right? If y'all think that result is amazing, type in amazing. Let me see. All right. So Daniel saying great job. Right. Come on, guys. Yep. So again, Rama is saying great job. Ben is saying amazing. All right. Seriously, man. You know, it's an amazing result. Lenny is saying amazing as well. I want to share you something, right? Which she won't say, but I'll say. Sharon put in some serious work, right? She took a lot of effort to really, really get to where she is. Why do I say that? Because she was not picked by accident. You know, I like to say that she was lucky draw, but not really lah. Right? I picked her because she deserves it. Right? Why did she deserve it? Because I tell you something. Every time at 3 o'clock she's there. In the morning when I woke up 7:30, she's there. She's always there. Right? And I always see her. Every day she turns up without fail. Correct, now, Sharon?
Yeah, man.
I always see her. That is why I call dedication. I don't know whether she has nothing better to do, but she's always there, right? She's always there. 3 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. Very few people can do that, right? Most people after 3 o'clock they go and sleep. They're like, "Wow, so tired, so tired." But not Sharon. Sharon still shows up. She still appears, and because of that, I really respect her, right? Seriously, man, guys, there is no shortcut to success, and Sharon has put in the work. All right. So that's the reason why she succeeds. You know, again, if you all are thinking that the money just fall from the sky, think again. She's putting the work, and you know, right now she's reaping the rewards of it. And because of that, today she's gonna go to the next level. So you excited for that, Sharon?
Excited.
Fantastic,
Very,
fantastic,
very blessed.
fantastic.
Amazing, there's no eye back there. Somebody saying. Hey, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
Hey,
still looking lovely.
by the way, Sharon, you know the original boss. You're talking to the original boss, which is Sean here. The original boss.
Original boss of what? Sorry.
Where you learn from lah, huh? Original
Oh,
boss.
no. No, but I'm really touched, man. Like when Resh is saying that you're always there. I mean, it's not easy, you see. A lot of people, and you have been doing this for how long again? For 4 months, and ever since 2 years back. Some people, they don't see the results fast enough, or they make one bad trade and they say, no, it's not for me. Well, it is when you hit your first roadblock, or when it doesn't feel exciting anymore and you still decide to push on, right? That's where success is created. So congratulations, and I see really the next successful lady investor right in front of us. Someone mentions Sharon Stone, so I don't know whether that makes sense. Yeah, the next Mary Buffett type of investor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sharon, you know, as in, you know, to me, you are already a success, right? And the reason why, because like to me, I celebrate the journey is the whole journey is a journey of success, right? So again, like you are successful where you are, right? So you don't have to wait to be successful. You are successful today, and I'm so proud of wherever you are so far. And yeah, so anyways, before I get carried away about you, let's let me talk to you and ask you whether you have any questions to actually ask us. All right. So Sharon, please ask us any questions. You can review your portfolio and please ask us anything you like to. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Good. Do I share screen now?
Sure, you can share a screen. You know, right now she's gonna just share her portfolio and stuff like that. So let's go and.
Are you able to see my screen?
I can see your face. Are you sharing a screen? Haziq, can you help out? Do you
Yes.
see the? There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, this is my portfolio.
So can you zoom in so people can see?
Zoom in. Is it too small?
Yeah, it's a bit too small. So if you
It's
just
90% below. Yeah.
How about this?
okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so Sean, you want to come ask us any questions? So again, what I see is you have stocks. You have quite a number of stocks.
Yeah, these are stocks.
Yep.
The rest are options.
Wow, you have quite a number of positions, huh?
Yeah.
70 TF.
I've already cut down a few. Yeah. Previously, I've got a lot.
Fantastic. All right, so Sean, you got any comments with regards to the stocks that she holds?
The first thing when I look at it is very well diversified. When I see many stocks in a portfolio and it's like I would say journal, right? It is a very strong sign that you're good. You're a strong investor. You're heading towards the right direction. So this is something that you guys should aim for. I always tell like my mentees to go for at least 15 to 20. 20 is definitely very safe, but at least you aim for there. Probably you'll never hit about 20. Okay. Maybe one question I want to ask is this. I was looking at a percentage of portfolio. Now, because when I was looking at your first segment, like AZN, and on the last column, there's a percentage of portfolio. Do you mean that right now for stocks in total is 16.51%? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That's correct.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So your portfolio is pretty decently quite a decent size. I would say that, right?
Okay.
Now, maybe I will ask a few things. Number one, because the portfolio construction, right, determines, or rather how it's constructed is dependent a lot on what's your objective. There are typically two types of portfolio. One is growth focused, one is income focused. So right now, do you have a certain like objective in mind? Are you growing this portfolio for a certain outcome that you want? This is pretty important, and it will determine how you grow this. Are you just for to become on the fourth list like a hobby?
My intention is for more growth, I think. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm more heavy in tech, actually.
Sean. I think Sean is frozen. Milo, he got frozen really. I was waiting for. I was wondering how come Sean's suddenly not talking. Oh,
It's like,
maybe
silence suddenly.
maybe he's asking you to go and buy the Nestle. Hey, how come Sharon? How come I don't see your screen? How come I don't see your? Okay, Sean is getting connected again.
Sorry, I'm coming back. I heard the part where you say my question is more of then after that.
So she said it's more tech focused.
Tech focus, yeah.
It's more tech focus. Okay, tech focus is you're talking about your circle of competence. I think that's fine. But I'm saying like, what are you investing for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are you investing for example? You want to aim to like give away $10 million. Actually, that was Resh initial dream, correct? But now it's a few billion already. So it depends. Or is let's say, for example, your portfolio is for income generation. It's slightly different. Okay, do you have an objective for your investment? Otherwise, it's a little bit difficult to comment on it. Example, like I do know of some of my mentees, they are more near retirement, so they do need to generate income, and they do need to generate income right now. So they need a certain stable income. That's where their portfolio will look very different from probably yours. Yours looks a little bit more growth focused. If you guys can see, correct? Look a little bit more growth focused. But also one thing is this: I need to know what is your, or rather, do you have a goal? Or are you just investing to really kickstart? It's okay if you don't have. It's okay, no. It's not an right or wrong answer. I just want to know how to help you better. For example, if I want to invest for my children's education, the portfolio will look a little bit different because I have a lot more time, and I have probably another 10 years. I can take a lot more fluctuation and what we call beta. But let's say if it's nearing 2 to 3 years for their university, I need it 3 years later. I will not go into stocks that actually fluctuates a lot. So I think someone also mentioned, correct, like for example, if you look at Baba, if you look at some of the stocks that you have there, it is pretty much high fluctuation. But if let's say you're flexible, you say it's okay, I got time, there's no problem. I think this is a very strong portfolio for a long-term growth plan. This is what I see right now.
Oh, for mine? Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Actually, my aim is to reach 7 figures as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So yours is mainly to grow to a 7-figure, and then you don't, as soon as possible, has different, but is it flexible? Maybe I ask that. If it's delayed by few months or few years, is that okay?
Maybe
Does that make sense?
maybe in a year or a few years time.
So it sounds flexible to me now. Because if it's
Yeah.
flexible, then it's okay. You can actually pretty much go into, I would say, strong. In fact, most of these are pretty strong stocks. I mean, one look, they are strong, but you do know because they are of tech stocks, they may fluctuate quite a bit. Because once
Yeah.
they miss expectation, they have a lot of
Sean kena frozen again. It's quite interesting. It's now Milo and now. Let's see when we come back, right? Sean got frozen by Milo. This time, not too sure. Yeah, he's back. He's back. He's back.
It's back again.
I think so, lah. So in your can I ask you in your stock portfolio, right? Karen, which is your favorite hold? Which is the highest heaviest holding? Give me the top 3 heaviest holding.
Heaviest holding, I think, is PayPal,
Yeah, PayPal.
Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be SE, but I
Okay.
sold out some.
Okay.
Yeah, last week.
No, I'm not talking about buy cost. I'm talking about just the stocks alone. The stocks alone, which are the
All the
highest.
stocks.
Yeah. But
Facebook.
just no, I think the top 3. So Facebook is number 1, and then
Facebook, PayPal.
yeah.
What's this? SE.
Facebook,
No.
PayPal, is it?
Yep. Shop. It's Shop.
The Shopify as well. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Shopify.
okay. Fantastic. Okay, so Sean, you were saying. Welcome back, bro. Or you frozen again? Yo, bro. Bro, your new house, the Wi-Fi is spoiled. Hey, bro. Sean. Yo, bro.
I try to come in using my handphone. I think it'll be
Okay.
better.
Okay, come. So you're saying? Hey, so I disappear again. What happened? Okay. So, anyways, okay, I think he's back. You know, I feel like I'm in and out. And then I go stop. Okay, anyways, so Sharon, so what's very, very important is this, right? So again, what's super important is to actually find out. So every time in my stock portfolio, I always will watch like, hey, what is my top portfolio holdings, right? So again, it's very, very important for you to know, Sharon. Like, you can't be unsure, right? So it's very, very important for you to know. Okay, number 1, what is my biggest portfolio holding? Number 2, what's second? What's number 3? What's third, right? So when you see a thing on your account, you should immediately know, and you should know what's your top 3 holdings, right? But why is that important? Because that will generally lead to the direction of portfolio. You should know the percentage holdings. All right. So again, I know that you don't want to show your holding, but it's fine. But hey, you want to actually find out your top portfolio holdings, and the percentage is super important. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Sean, is it better now?
Yeah, I'm using my phone. Hopefully, there's no freeze now.
Okay, Sean, you wanna carry on? So I was just telling her about the percentage holdings. So carry on.
Oh yeah. Okay. So actually, my key advice for, especially when you're starting to invest, is okay. How many of you guys are just starting to invest? If you just started investing, you can just type new. But you've been investing for a while, right? You got to re-establish something. Every portfolio you create must have a certain purpose. If there's no purpose, right, then actually you can't manage your portfolio well. Whereas for Warren Buffett, right, he invests in a way that he want to increase shareholders' value every single year sustainably for many years. So the way he invests is slightly different. You see. So what is the purpose of you investing? For me, I have a few purposes. So for me, right, one of the purpose is really for I want to actually live, or rather, I want to give my parents something. And I want to make it a little bit quicker,
because I want to actually buy certain things for them, a certain nice retirement home for them. So that portfolio, right, is designed to grow, but at the same time, not too much fluctuation. However, it is not so, I would say, stressful in a sense where, I mean, it can take 1 or 2 years plus minus. You must see how flexible is your goal also. So when I talk about children's education, right, it's not flexible, you see. I cannot say, hey, my portfolio down this year, can you go to university 2 or 3 years later? You guys know what I'm saying, right? So I have different portfolio for different purposes. Another portfolio I have is for creating income. And when I say creating income, right, it depends on also your personal style, whether you want it to be slightly more active or more passive. So these are things you need to think about. Because we are talking about going to the next level, right? So I'm going a little bit in depth of really thinking through exactly as an investor, what are you aiming for? Every investor, when we invest, we have a certain goal in mind for every portfolio. And after a while, your portfolio will start to split. Because, I mean, you don't invest for one purpose. Usually you invest for a few different goals. Money is just a tool to achieve goals, to achieve what you want to achieve. Does it make sense so far, Sharon?
Yes.
So maybe right now it's okay. I think for the first few years, same thing. For me, when I invest, I just want to invest, make money. I never think too much. After a while, I say, now that so actually if you are new guys, some of you guys who are slightly newer to the game, right? Your purpose in the first few years when you're investing is to acquire the skills of investing, to know yourself, what investment style suits you the best, and to acquire the skills. But later, these skills must be put to a certain specific use to reach a certain specific goal. So, I mean, if you don't have goal, then you're just like investing for the sake of investing, and you don't even know whether you're successful. But so you talk about 7 figures. Why 7 figures? Is this goal to achieve something, or is it like a self-actualization? Like you want to achieve it because it is a personal goal. But it helps a lot when there's a reason behind the just making money. I think Resh say this very often. Money is never the key goal, right? Money is just a tool. So what is your goal? And that will determine how we actually play this particular investment game. To me, it's a game. It's quite fun how to achieve it. So, but overall, right, your portfolio, I would say it shows that you are a very strong investor in the sense you know what is your circle of competence. I do hope you understand tech stocks better, right?
Yeah.
Hey, say with conviction, okay, so.
Yes.
Or rather, you choose to understand tech area, which is very wise, because tech does grow faster. Yeah.
I choose to invest more in tech stocks.
Yep. Got it. That one is okay, you know. So I think maybe some people will ask, hey, is it too much concentrated in one sector? But personally, I don't see an issue, because I do know of investors who are very focused on certain particular sector, and they know that sector very well, but they really know it very well. So they know when to go in, they know when to go out, they know when to actually allocate resources in different areas. Some of them, they are very good in financial sector. Some of them, they are very good in healthcare sector. And they don't really diversify. Of course, once in a while, the industry will get hit, their portfolio will go down, but in their mind, there's no doubt that it is just a short-term industry issue. After a while, it bounces back up. You must be able to take that fluctuation also. Tech sector, suddenly there's I don't know, man, but tech sector is pretty safe, I would say. Yep. Hey, feel free to ask me any questions, you know. So okay. I think I would say that your portfolio is pretty stable, because it is you don't just put it into one area. By the way, if any of you guys got any other questions, feel free to ask also. Maybe I ask you to do one more thing, Sharon.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, maybe I would say I'll put it in this way, because inevitably as investors, right, after a while you guys also know that not every single stock we pick, right, will do well. You know what I'm saying? Confirm one, have you made any investments which didn't go your direction before?
Yes, of course.
Like any particular ones that you remember?
I did SoftBank.
Oh, okay, SoftBank.
Yeah, I think it went down, is it?
Depends on when you buy.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
SoftBank and yeah. Can't remember the other.
So
Starbucks, I did Starbucks as well.
Oh, okay. So my question is this, Why do you enter them? Sometimes you learn a lot more from your mistakes, right? Because now all this portfolio is doing well. So you learn a lot more from looking at things that didn't go so well. So for example, let's talk about Starbucks or SoftBank. Why do you enter Starbucks, for example?
Because of stock recommendation, stock tip.
Oh, okay.
And in the end,
then,
I found that I don't have conviction, so I sold out my position.
I see.
Yeah.
Then can I ask you one question? Based on your list right here, your stocks and also your portfolio, right? Which ones did you actually choose? I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me which ones are the ones you choose based on similar, I would say, technique when you choose Starbucks. Meaning you say you also went in because of stock pick.
I would say CrowdStrike.
Okay, CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
CRW. Right?
Yeah.
And right now it is, but not right now you make money, right? Market price 103, right? You make money. So I emphasize this a lot to my investor friends and people around me, right? Doesn't mean you make money, you make a right investment. Doesn't mean you lose money, you make a wrong investment. So CRWD, right? It is. Do you have the conviction? Do you actually know what is it about? This is very important. You have to weed out things that every investment you make, right? You must understand something. Every time you make an investment, it is not just your portfolio get affected, you get affected. You develop yourself as an investor with each investment you make. So if you make an investment based on stock tip, and then it very, I would say, fortunately for you, you buy 2 or 3 with stock tip and they keep increasing, correct? You become an investor who you created an investor in yourself that follows stock tips. But you know that in the long run, it's not going to be good, So it is your portfolio, the choices you make in your portfolio based on the stocks and the reason why you choose to actually put them in, right, is a reflection of what kind of investor you are. The results doesn't actually reflect what kind of investor you are, but in the long run, it will show. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not trying to actually hit you based on like one or two bad investments, but because I see that your investment portfolio is pretty good already, so I just help you to actually look at certain areas that you may improve, okay? Ken?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
you.
Any other portions that you want to actually clarify or ask?
I actually want to ask more about buying options.
Sure. Please do.
If I do buy calls, do you think my expiry dates are okay, or would you recommend longer than at least 1 year?
Okay, I guess it depends on your style. Okay, for me, I will not compromise time for me. So let's say my budget, because sometimes when you want to buy longer time, your budget is not able to buy such, maybe like 7. For me, I go for 700 days and things like that. Okay, but you see, I want to share something. The way that I do it doesn't mean you have to do it exactly the way that I do, because you may be a little bit more active, you may be better in a technical analysis, maybe you are more accurate in the short run. Somehow, right, I am quite a lousy stock investor. Meaning to say, individual stocks that I pick, right, may not swing up or down very quickly in the short run. Okay, I mean, I always tell myself this, that I'm not a good stock investor. I sort of pride myself more as a portfolio strategist. So when I strategize my portfolio, I tell myself that I want to give myself a certain situation where even if I'm wrong, I'm still right. So I need time for that to happen. So personally for me, I typically go for like 700 days, if there is. Otherwise, at least 500 days, 600 days. Now, and if let's say your budget is not able to take it, right, personally, what I do is I rather choose a higher strike price, because when you choose a higher strike price, out of the money, you pay lesser. Okay, so I will compromise the strike price rather than compromise the time. This is what I will do. But again, I guess probably like maybe Resh may do something different.
Yeah, so actually, Sharon, for your portfolio size, again, definitely, what Sean said is exactly what I would do. I will highly recommend it. So again, just the longer expirations for your portfolio, because it's bigger size, right? So again, there's something to take note of. If you want to do a lot of contracts, a shorter term, for example, it can be a little bit risky. So for your portfolio size, one of the things that's very, very important is that you should not be taking unnecessary risks. All right, you shouldn't be taking unnecessary risks. Meaning to say, like, hey, let's say for example, you make a crazy mistake. you won't be losing a small sum, you'll be losing a bigger sum, right? Which is why you got to be a little bit more conservative with it. You got to make sure that it's more conservative as compared to more aggressive. Do you understand what I'm saying, Sharon?
Yes.
Right? Because seriously, man, like, if you go and lose, like, let's say, for example, you go and make a anyhow go and do, and then you lose 10,000, 20,000, it can hurt quite a bit, lah, right? Whereas if you have a small portfolio, you make a mistake, $1,000 is fine. But when you have a bigger portfolio, capital preservation also is very, very important. All right, guys, do you all agree what I'm saying, guys? If you are, smash the love button, type in agree, right? It's super, super important, especially for those of you all trading bigger portfolio sizes. Super, super important. Capital preservation. Don't anyhow whack. Okay, super important. All right. Yep. Any other questions, Sharon?
Let's see.
As you look for, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You were saying?
No, because I also saw some question like Moses is asking, wouldn't buying out of the money long call face IV crush risk? Based on my personal experience, when you give them time and you're buying stocks that's going up, right? The out of the money will eventually become in the money. Eventually, okay. But I need time for it to actually write it up. So for me, I don't face that issue. But again, depends on your time frame. So if you're looking at long term, I don't really face that issue. Yep. Sorry, Sharon, your question?
Because earnings are coming soon, so would you recommend me to sell some of my trades before earnings and then re-enter afterwards?
Okay. Again, right. Let me answer something, Sharon. When you buy into that particular stock, go for some specific stocks.
I mean for my options, not stocks. My stocks
actually,
are for long term.
Okay, let's go into some of the options. Tell me some of the options trade that you feel that there's a necessary to do, like as what you have mentioned. Then we can look into it.
As you can see, some are not making much profit yet. So
Adobe, okay.
Yeah, and SQ2.
Okay,
JD.
let's go for one. Let's say Adobe, correct? So
Yeah.
so you're telling me that or you're considering, because earnings are coming, maybe you should maybe just exit and then after earnings then go back in.
Yes.
Actually, what's your expectation when you buy Adobe? Like, what's your game plan? Yes,
Hope for quite some time.
Quite some time is how long? Okay, so I think
half a year. Yeah.
Half a year. Then is it half a year already?
No, not yet.
Or then hold for half a year lah. So I think you should stick to your game plan. The thing is this you must understand how the stock market works. But you have been investing this for quite some time already, so you should know how stock market works, man. So you can see when you buy into good stocks, right? What we are hoping for, okay, or what our game plan actually when to buy a good stock is when the business does well, so does the stock market go well, correct? This is basically what Warren Buffett believes, what Benjamin Graham teach him also. So when we say that they do well, right? Actually, when do they do well is during earnings, right? You know what I'm saying? So meaning to say, right, for the stock market to realize that this company, this business is doing well, it's actually during earnings. So if you actually miss out that portion where they can actually sort of like get promoted by the stock market because they have better earnings, then you keep missing that portion. If they announce good news, then they will go up, right? If they announce bad news, then they go down. I mean, when good or bad, of course, it's subjected to the stock market. But you see, if you actually have conviction in this company, like I think we mentioned a lot of times now, conviction is very important. If you have conviction in this company, you should stick to it throughout. Earnings is a time that the conviction is matters even a lot more, I would say, correct? Because you don't want to miss it out at the point in time where they get promoted, ma. But what you're worried, I think what you're telling me is suddenly you don't really have conviction in some of them, is it?
No, because of the tech rally recently. So
okay.
maybe some analysts will like increase the expectation. So if the company doesn't meet the expectation, stock price will go down.
Okay.
Microsoft yesterday.
Right. So but again, you go back to your game plan. Your game plan is actually hold them for quite some time. But half a year is not quite some time. I think half a year is a bit short time. So you want to flirt with that stock a bit and right? Now you see so you must stick to your game plan. It's very important. And for me, when I buy stocks, okay, I it depends on you. But just as a reference, right? For me, when I buy stocks, again, when my options like 2-3 years, right? I'm willing to go through with them a few earnings seasons, right? Then you so same thing, If you are a good employee, if you are good employee, correct? It doesn't mean that every time promotion period you get promoted, you see. But if let's say you know that you're good, after a while you have a higher chance of getting promoted. And some employee for the rest of the life never get promoted one. So they call it like, wow, this really undervalued for very long. Also possible one. But why we invest in a good employee is because the chance is higher, correct? Does it make sense? So it's a lot about chances, it's a lot about fundamentals. Now, then with these fundamentals, when you use option, the thing about option is that there is an expiration period, but at the same time, because of that, you also need to put in lesser capital. So my opinion is I will not go in and out of a seasons period. For me, I won't do that. But depends on your game plan, because there are certain particular trades you do. It is for seasons period. So, I mean, I know some investors who go for like, they do have some earning strategies. I do know very seasoned investors who do that, then stick to that plan. So it is not, I cannot give you like one advice based on like all the different stocks, because each stock may be a different game plan. Okay, but if you are holding them for long term, go for long term and have the conviction. If no conviction, you either read more or change stock. Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
Sharon, I have one piece of advice for you, Sharon.
Yes, Resh.
So my one piece of advice is this: your portfolio looks very similar to mine. Again, I'm not surprised because you follow me a lot, so it looks very similar to mine. But one thing I want to share is this, all right? Like there is reason, and there's a reason why I buy these companies. So the thing is, when Sean asks you some questions, I can tell very clearly that you lack conviction behind the companies. You know your questions are very pardon my language, quite amateurish, right? Like so the thing is, you got to understand as an investor how we think, all right? And so as an investor, when we don't just before every quarter then we sell. Now that's not how a proper investor does it, right? So again, like long term is not 6 months, it's not 3 months, right? Long term is because we really believe in the long term prospect of a company. So again, your objective of investing is very important. Okay, so what's your objective? Do you really want to invest for long term, or is it very clear that you just want to invest in short term? So if you're like, okay, Resh, these are the stocks that I just want to fund for the next 1 quarter, then it's fine, right? But if it's a good company, then when you're explaining, So again, like what Sean is trying to say is, what is your thesis behind each investment? Is it really meant for the long term because you believe in it for the long term, or is it just a fund for 3 months? Okay, so that's something which is very important to actually understand. All right. And so when Sean actually asked some questions, so guys, this is the thing. When we do a portfolio dissection, when we actually ask the investors questions, from the questions we can already tell, whether they actually understand the company or maybe anyhow follow. Right? So Sharon, so make sure what Sean says, you got to rewatch this video again and again and really understand. See, the whole idea behind it is not just like the returns are great, but what's more important is to really become a good investor in terms of understanding what you're really doing and why you're doing what you're doing. Do you understand?
Yes.
Right?
Hey,
So
Sharon, yeah.
So Elaine is asking, Sean, when will you take profits?
Okay, again depends on which portfolio right? So Elaine, thanks for this question. Now, when the stock is actually overpriced, okay, based on valuation, when it's overpriced, I take profit. Because if it's too expensive already, swinging up, I feel that it is at a price that I myself wouldn't want to actually buy a lot of it. Okay, it may be a fair value, but now overpriced, right? I'll actually take some profits. But I like to let my profits run. When I take profits, I don't sell away the whole thing. I sell to get back my capital. I like to do that. I sell to actually get back my initial capital of what I invested, and then I let the rest of them run. Now, again, this is the general direction. But however, let's say I talk about like certain portfolio, like I mentioned to you, if my children's education coming soon, I will start to actually withdraw into cash. So these are things that I'll do. So, but general idea, overvalue, I take profit. Now, Sharon, I want to actually encourage you this now, because now that Resh exposed you that saying that most of your portfolio looks like this, it's okay. I think initially I can tell you, I also want to copy Warren Buffett. I also want to copy Mary Buffett. It takes some time to build confidence. Now it's time for you to really go to the next level, right? In this way, Sharon, please go and aim for 5 stocks, right? That you have not heard other people talk about before. Not in the community, not with the investors around you. Really go and find 5 stocks on your own and then add to your portfolio with real money. I can tell you, you will grow a lot more when it's your own stock. You will make interesting decisions. Some of the stocks may go up, some of the stocks may go down, but I tell you, you will learn a lot more. This is something I guarantee you. Okay. So 5 stocks. You got any stocks in mind right now that you think that nobody heard before? You do have a screening process, right? how to find stocks, right? Besides just listening to others.
Yeah.
So do you have
By
any
using
sectors?
Finviz.
Or by if you're using Finviz, go ahead, use Finviz, and then read out a bit more. Find some stocks that nobody tell you before. Then just go ahead and dissect them and then put some money, steady.
Okay.
But I think Resh always mentioned it's all around you. So for me, one of the stocks I buy is Skechers. Nobody tell me about these stocks. I bought the shoes. I like, wow, not bad. Then I went to invest. It fluctuates a lot, but I have a good relationship with that. And a lot. There's a lot of stocks after a while. I personally, my favorite way of finding it is looking at the things that I personally use. That's where it's easier to have conviction. Because you already know the product. You say, hey, yeah, the product does work. So I will continue to use the product for the rest of my life. Why not I take a piece of the company and invest into it? This is the first initial thesis. So like what Resh mentioned, you must have a theory of why you want to invest in this stock. Then after that, you can dissect more, look at their financials, see whether it makes sense, and then see whether there are options. Things like that, Can?
Okay.
All right, Sharon. So again, guys, do y'all enjoy the dissection? Guys, do y'all learn a lot from what we actually, both me and Sean actually shared? If you did, type in love it and smash the love button. Come on, guys, type in love it and smash the love button. Let me see your comments. Sharon, do you learn a lot?
Yes.
Oh, wait, Sharon, I tell you,
Not so much.
Sharon, I'm going to ask you what's your 5 stocks. Sharon, you want to go and
Yeah.
Steady, let's invite her back.
Sure thing.
on Sunday, I'm going to message you. I'm going to say, Sharon, morning workout, I'm going to be like, what's your 5 stocks?
Sunday.
So you no choice, Sharon cannot escape one.
Okay.
I'm always watching you, right? All right. Okay. Anyways, guys. So again, congratulations, Sharon. I hope you really found it useful. Make sure you remember do your due diligence. Think like an investor, right? Think like an investor. Think like a real investor, right? Whenever you invest, next time ask yourself, how would Sean Xia think?
Drink Milo.
Right? And would Sean Xia do this? The answer is no. Then don't do. Okay. So that's how you become a millionaire. Earning 7 figures, think like Sean Xia. Right? Last time when I was small, I always ask myself, will this be what Sean Xia does? Then if the answer is no, then I don't do. Okay, so that's how I grew my portfolio as well. Right? So very, very important. Anyway, Sharon, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
No worries at all. Okay, so next up is going to be a superstar. It's going to be an absolute. Yo. Oh, my man. All right. So hopefully he doesn't freeze up. But today my friend, this next guy, his name is Jet, and Jet is my brother from another mother, from a Chinese mother. I love his
totally
mother.
Can see it.
Totally can see. He's a young gun, right? He's a young gun, but his story is freaking amazing, right? So me and Sean met him last year, was it, bro?
Yes. He drove us around.
Yeah, he drove us around.
Thanks
He's our personal butler in Malaysia, right? So he's an amazing brother, right? He's grown so much. Oh man, if you hear his story, gonna be crazy, right? So anyways, Jet, give us the 411. Like, how do you get started in your investing journey? Who are you? Where you're from? Let the audience know.
All right. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Actually, it's been an amazing journey along with Resh. Let me give a little short introduction about myself. My name is Jet. Yeah, that's my full name right there. Your way, Jet. You can just call me Jet. And I'm turning 22 this year, and it has just been a really incredible journey. Meeting Resh and meeting Sean, getting to learn from these two, grandmaster Sifus, and really it all originally started in the Buffer Online School when I met Resh the first time after signing up for his course from Success Resources. And I also met Sean the first time at that same stage when he was promoting another options course under the Success Resources event. And it was incredible. It was an incredible journey getting to meet Resh and Sean. And long story short, after a year of following Resh, like you guys heard, driving Resh and Sean around, kind of picking their brains and kind of understanding how they think about things, how they view things, their thought process, their perspective, especially most importantly. And I kind of tried to adapt it into my own personal kind of thinking, and it has really shown phenomenal results. And let me give you a rough image of where I started, like just a few months back. just a few months back. Of course, I know it's like really crazy to put like 4 figures to 6 figures, but there was capital. I just want to make it clear first before we start. There was a capital injection along the way as we go, about 5 figures worth of capital injection. But I did manage to almost 9x a single account, which you guys will be seeing later. From about $5,000 now sitting currently at about $45,000, $44,000. So this has been this account has grown from started originally at the beginning of the year, towards the year end rally last year, and it has grown all the way. And along with Resh throughout this whole journey, it was really crazy because for these 4 years, I've been investing for 4 years. I started at 18. Yeah, just give a little bit more about myself. I started at 18, started investing in stocks, exposed by my mom on my birthday. She said, you know, let's set up your investment account in Malaysia and let's buy some stocks in Malaysia. And that was like my little birthday present, my stock account. And
Wow.
From then on, you know, things has really grown so much. At the beginning, I was really passive. I wasn't really serious into it. I didn't really commit and really do my homework. And, you know, I just went in and buy Air Asia before the general Malaysians here, before the general election. I bought into some stocks like Air Asia, a few tech stocks, Tech, Frontcan, some of those. And I lost money during the general election during that time, but of course I didn't realize any losses and I just let it run, and it eventually turned to profit. And I also picked up along the way futures trading on indexes and forex as well. And finally, eventually, throughout the whole journey of 3 years of learning, I met Resh and Sean, and I picked up options, and that was the one that, whew, you know, I remember 1 year ago. Okay, Sean, the last time we had a conversation was, I remember very clearly, the last time we had a conversation was somewhere less than a year, because I remember it was right after my birthday, and I was sending you off to the airport with Resh in the car, and Resh was asking you, what advice have you got for this 21-year-old here, you know, who's going wild, learning, you know, so much energy, and you told me this one thing. You told me that, you know, it's great you go and learn. You know, we went and learn forex, futures, stocks, now coming into options. It's great you go and learn, but what's most important is you log each and every trade, you understand each and every trading style, and you dig deeper into your lifestyle. This was very important to me because I was not really in a good place. I was, be very frank, I was losing money for 3 years before finally hitting my breakthrough this year. And it's not a good feeling, you know, paying to learn and actually not seeing the results come out. But, you know, it took a lot of psychological training, a lot of mindset training, a lot of YouTube, and it really brought me to a whole other level. And back to the topic of what you said to me was, you know, it's good you go and learn so many different vehicles, so many different investment vehicles, and to go and experience it. But you told me the most important thing is your lifestyle and your return. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And once you found the one that is worth it, double down on it. I still remember so clearly, Sean. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that piece of advice, because it has propelled me to different levels. It has really propelled me to different levels. I found that options was the one, you know, and I went all the way with Resh, and it has just been incredible. It has been incredible. Yeah, and
great job, man, great job. Yeah, I want to say that actually I gave this like particular advice to many people, but not everybody take it one, you know, because it takes work. It takes work to actually know yourself. Okay, but I give this advice to Jet because I went through this myself. I went through forex, I went through like options, I do CFD, I do a lot of things, and I found myself jumping from one vehicle to another vehicle, right? Reason, I think I also shared with you in the car, right? I find myself keep jumping over because I think I want to get rich quick. One vehicle is not fast enough for me, I jump to the next one. And it's okay, you know, I'm trying to find the holy grail, the thing that will sure make me money, but we do know that it is dependent on your personal investment style. So I think, Jet, amazing. You really went to dissect, look at your returns and see which one is the best. You must review. Otherwise, you'll just keep jumping around. And then I see people jump around for 5-10 years, you know, and they still haven't found the one because they never, like you, go on a certain discovery journey. And this discovery journey is really very important. I hope everyone listening to this, right, please do that. Maybe what we are sharing with you, maybe options, right, it is not suitable for you. I'm not saying that it's definitely the tool that will make you money, you know. but at least you test it out. And then you journal down and see whether it makes sense for you. This is very important. So I really, I'm so glad that you share this with me, because very important. And you are a living example of this. Really great job.
Thank you.
A lot of determination.
Guys, I just want to say something, guys. Okay, so we're about to begin with Jet, but what I want to actually do is this. I want you guys to take a picture, and if you've learned lessons from Sharon or Jet or whoever it is, I want you to take a picture of us, post it on Facebook or Instagram, tag us, tag Sean, tag Resh, and basically share your lessons. All right. So basically, what I'm gonna do is 5 people who actually share this will win a special prize from me. So me, Sean, and Jet are gonna post. All right. So guys, you all ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so again, one more time, guys. I'm gonna give you all 3 seconds. Okay, take a photo of us and then take a photo. All right, ready? You all ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, fantastic. Very, very nice. Okay, so make sure you all take a photo, post it on Facebook, Instagram, tag us, and share your lessons. Okay, so before we begin, Sean, I think it's very, very important. With regards to Jet's story, can you please tell us the story of Li Ka-shing's driver?
One of my favorite story. Okay, I don't know whether is it true or not, but there's this very rich guy called Li Ka-shing, right? For him, right, billionaire in Hong Kong, and what happened is one of his driver drove for him for I think almost 40 years, 20 or 40 years, I can't remember, and wanted to retire. So upon retirement, Li Ka-shing actually passed him a check and say, thank you for your service. I want to give you some retirement sum. And I think it was like a 2 million Hong Kong dollars or something like that. Some basically quite a substantial amount, probably 6-figure plus, maybe near 7-figure. And the driver said, it's okay, Mr. Lee, no problem. I have taken care of myself. And then the Mr. Lee was like, oh, because I did not pay you a lot as a driver, so how much is your retirement fund and all that? Then he told Mr. Lee, actually I got a couple of millions of dollars, USD lah. Then Mr. Lee Ka-shing was saying, I don't remember paying you so much, as a driver, how come you get so much money? Then the driver said this, he said, Mr. Lee, every time when I drive you are behind at the back seat, right? You are making phone call, buy this stock, buy that property, buy this, sell that. And every time I hear what you say, right, after that, when I park the car, I will also go and invest a bit. And I build my portfolio based on your thought process, everything. And now I also become a millionaire. So anybody wants to drive for Resh, you all can go and volunteer later.
Yeah. Guys, who wants to drive me around Singapore? Anybody? Any takers, guys? Right? Any drivers for Resh? Anybody interested?
We tell this story to get drivers lah.
If you're interested, let me know, right? So again, I might engage you. I might call you and say, hey, I need a ride, right? So very, very important. Anybody, guys? No takers? Nobody?
So the secret to it is not only being a driver, but also a tour guide. Plus, you need to bring them to all the good food, especially if they are not from around there, So being a PA/driver/tour guide for Resh and Sean, very, very profitable. I can vouch for that. Very, very, very profitable.
Yeah, dude. For real, right? So I see Ziyan wants to be a driver. Okay, I'm just joking lah. Anyways, guys, Jet story, guys. I want to tell you all, right? This guy is dedicated. I'm telling you, right? I used to come down to Malaysia quite often, right? If I say I'm there, he's down, right? He'll drop everything to be there, right? And every time I come, he'll be like, Resh, how this one, how that one, how the future's down, future's up, I tell you every day until I see it, right? But then this guy really loves his craft. He really loves his craft, and I still remember, bro. It all started with RCL. Yo.
Okay. So shall I begin? I begin?
Yes, please begin.
So this all started during after COVID has broken out, after Chinese New Year this year. Resh came down when planes were still flying, people were still going all around. There was no lockdown in any countries. Everybody was still pretty naive towards the fact that there's a virus spreading. And Resh came down and he told me, hey, bro, I just got off the plane and they made me sign this piece of paper here. And he took the picture and he actually posted it on Facebook for everyone to see, that if in the last 14 days you were on a cruise ship or in Korea or Italy, I believe, was it Italy or Korea, one of those really high breakout areas in the last 14 days, then you are not allowed to enter Malaysia. And he said, bro, you know what that meant? He said, it literally said if you were on a cruise ship in the last 14 days, you can't enter the country. You can't fly in. And he said that, wow, bro, damn jialat, bro. You think about it. You can't go on a cruise ship anymore for the foreseeable current short-term future, at least, once this has gotten worse and worse and worse. And I believe at that point in time, RCL was $110. RCL was $110. Like, damn. Like for some of y'all who do not know, RCL actually dropped during the COVID March period. I know very clearly because I felt that I also crazed by that trade because it was one of my first bag. I wouldn't say pot of gold. It was one of my first bags of gold throughout this year. And essentially we bought puts during that period of time. I believe I started buying puts around $190, and Resh already had his puts in, and not only in the cruise ships RCL and CLH, but we also had it on the countries, the ETF for the countries that were highly affected, such as South Korea. So there was EWI, Italy, EWY, and then Italy, which was EWI. So we were buying puts on these specific countries' ETFs, and we were making dough. We were making dough all the way down. And I believe, Resh, let me just go back to those times. You took your profits off your puts around $60, $50. I remember around there, right?
Yes.
Around and then you started selling puts, and I remember that was the time that me and Mark went to Rock, and I was asking you why would you want to take it out? Why would you want to take it out? And then you were telling me that you much rather be on the other side now after he has dropped so much. I remember that. But one thing that you said, one of the first few times you met me, really stuck in my head, and that was the concept of concentrated investing. Later, when y'all see my entire portfolio, I think y'all can see how much that little time I spent with Resh in the car, and him giving that little bits of wisdom and some little thoughts about how he himself, personally managed to grow at such an incredible pace and be at where he is at such a young age. The reason why I truly, gave everything and dropped everything, and you are my number one, bro. There's nobody else, and that's because I set out to achieve the things that you have achieved, and I set out to be the person that you are, because you are the definition of my future that I want to be. So yeah, man, it's been crazy. I've been following you for the past year, man, and it has just my own personal growth, bro. I thought I was learning a lot throughout that 3 years, bro. But this 1 year, dude, exactly what Holy Moly, Mr. Holy Moly, those of you who follow Mr. Dr. Clement here, the time squeeze theory, that time has been squeezed right now, and it's like a hyperloop, like what the PayPal CEO mentioned, that everything is sped up right now, and what Resh always says, it's the greatest time of wealth transfer right now, and if you truly take advantage of it, it's really gonna be amazing. And one thing I'm going to quote this speaker from Success Resources, and his name is Sandy Jadeja, and he says, we can always create our own economy. At a point like this where people are suffering, when there's a recession, where there's all of these things going on, we can create our own economy as long as we know, we have the knowledge, we are capable, we have the experience. Then definitely, this isn't a point where we are very much worried, but much more excited rather. So yeah.
Dude, can you give them some numbers, man? So again, like your RCL trade, like how much do you actually make from that trade, man? Like that was huge, man. So tell us how much you made from that trade.
Okay, so my RCL at that point in time was the 4-figure point. You're right. I started 4 figures, and I only had 2 accounts back then, less than $9,000, and that $9,000 grew throughout that shorting period. Let's see. With capital injection also, let me look at the account growth throughout March until the bottom. I have a very clear point of where the bottom is, because I got my puts were still in on that bottom, and we gapped up, and I actually took a breather after that. But let me see, the portfolio grew to a point of from 9,000 to about 15,000. So there was slightly almost a double up there, with a little bit of a capital injection. But of course, that drop wasn't my pot of gold. If I may say. my pot of gold was this climb up, bro. So after this drop, that drop made me money. It did make me money, but it was my first bag of gold that helped me keep the ball rolling. You know, I had puts on BA, I had puts on RCL, NCLH, I had puts on Dow Jones, DIA, SPY, everything. I just buy puts on everything, and that one day gap up, essentially, wiped out a big chunk of my portfolio, like 30%, because I was fully loaded onto puts in that bottom, and I had to take a break. 30% one day. I had to take a break. I took a break and I chilled out. Actually, it went up to about 20. It went up to a solid 20 over 1,000 lah. But then I took a break after that, and I stopped trading for a week. Took some time off, and came back into the markets, which is one of the reasons why you won't see OIH in my portfolio, because OIH was during that period when you were doing OIH was the period that I took a break. It was at the bottom, and I took a 1 week break.
Can I just confirm? When you say you take a break, do you mean like you close all your positions, or
No,
what do you mean by that?
I closed all my positions, all my puts. I closed everything. Cuci habis, finish, take out everything, and I just stood on the side. And I needed to reset. I needed to get out.
Can I dive in a bit further? At what point in time do you decided to really take a break? Like what was the trigger point?
A 30%. Gap up, 30% drop in my account. I was fully loaded and puts 100% in.
Actually, I want to commend you for that. I want to commend you for that, because some people, they are not able to take a break. They will actually stare at the screen and hope that using eye power they can make the stock price come down. So by the way, it is a very cool thing. Actually, in a lot of things, even in sports, in investing, if you treat investing like seriously, like even like business or sports, right? When you see that you're not doing well or something is going wrong, right? If you have the right, or if you have the ability to like pause and take a break, it is very powerful. A lot of people can't. They want to immediately, quickly make back the money tomorrow. Then they get swing around, get slapped upside down. I realize you have a very strong ability to do these kind of things. It's quite pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So essentially, this drop down was one very interesting journey, because throughout that whole period of time, right, my 3 years prior to this breakthrough year in 2020, I was generally waiting, essentially, if I might say, waiting for the crash, waiting for a stock market crash. And although I had some stocks I was trading futures, I was speculative trading, doing some speculative trading, and I was essentially, how we have either a majority, a more bullish side or a more bearish side to us. Like a person can be defined like, okay, you would generally be more comfortable trading bullish trades, or like, going long rather than like going short, or some people might just be more comfortable going short. So I would say I went into the markets with this expectation that, okay, 1998, which is the exact same year I was born. 97 was the big financial was the big crisis, and I was thinking, okay, it's been way past, it's overdue, and I was telling myself, I was over preparing myself. And for those 3 years, I lost on futures, I lost $8,000 US dollars on futures, trying to go constantly go short, maybe a few long trades here and there, but I was a majority bearish trader. And I would say that what happened was I got my kick, I got satisfied with that drop, in March, and I just took all the profits. That's what also contributed to the fact that I can go long after. Like I just switch gear, essentially from reverse, I just turn the car and then go straight to drive and tekan with Resh over there, like the fella there. It took me a week, right, to turn around, but then like after that, full throttle, it was just crazy. It was just crazy because with the words every single day, I look back and I think back, and what was it that gave me so much confidence and conviction? It was honestly not just myself, not just Resh, but it's the experience throughout that I have gone through, and of course with the, like what you say, circle of competency with the companies that I know. Sometimes, although yes, we do face crisis like with tech, and we have this thing going on with Facebook boycott, and we have right now very hot tech sector right now. But I would say that was really the three sectors that really boomed for me. Were majority, at least 40% of my profits came from cloud and Shopify e-commerce, right? Shopify is just amazing. And and of course social media with Facebook. Facebook was previously, it was one of my heavier counters. Obviously Shopify will be my heaviest right now, but Facebook was at one point the heaviest, and it has been brought down to number 3 right now. I did take some profits off Facebook, and I went in onto a recent opportunity on SE, on SEC Limited, which is also e-commerce and gaming along together. So looking at it, I'm actually very satisfied with my choices. Although, you know, I could have told myself like, ayo, Tesla, or, you know, so many other stocks out there that we could have made it. SE was one that I really bite my tongue because I was very late to it. I missed Resh. I think Resh said 900% at one point in time. My best is DDoC PayPal. That's my 400 over percent that I still have later. I show you all. Maybe I PayPal, I think 400 over. My DDoC reached 450 at one point, but I cannot. I was a bit late to enter SE. So yeah, this is talking about the trades. I think we could go into the portfolio now. Just wanna bring it up. I have 3 different accounts. I manage 3 different accounts. 2 with two with TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, and 1 with IB Interactive Brokers. So just giving you all a gauge, and Sean, just let you know, all 3 technically all 3 are growth, technically, according to definition, right? But in my own definition, I have like the bigger account, which is the majority shorter term contract, higher growth in my terms. Then I will have a medium term, moderate, long, like medium term, moderate term, which is a bit more conservative, but still rather like I'll still take in the nice opportunities. And conservative would be like very safe entries and very longer term contracts. Although there would be a small mix into the shorter term contracts to try and get the nicer return, because you know how longer term contracts seem to be slower lah. So, but obviously, all of them are in my opinion still rather aggressive.
Sure. It's basically growth oriented lah.
Yeah,
all good. Okay.
All absolutely growth oriented. So I'm gonna share the screen. So the medium term, which is the interactive broker, is the interesting one because it was the one that has the few 100% returns. So I'm gonna start off. Okay, wait. I'm gonna share the screen. All right. Entire screen. I can't. Okay. All right. Can everyone see?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off. This is a snapshot of my interactive broker account. I'm going to press onto the 1 year, and this is my account growth. This is what I want to show you. About 800%, 790% growth in less than a year. So it's about from February. So February until now, which is about 4 or 5 months, is incredible. This was the incredible journey that I had. But the other accounts were a little bit more heavy on the capital injection. This was only one-time capital, the majority of it, one-time capital injection to really start kick it off. And this was the one that really, if you want to show somebody like 5,000 can make money, you know, this would be the one, because the other 2 is definitely in a double digit in a capital injection. So we'll go through that later. So let me just pull up my IB here. Is this too small, or do you think you can see? I got
a bit small.
Okay, let me pull up this PowerPoint. Is this better? This is a pasted PowerPoint. Is this better?
Yeah,
Slightly better.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't find my setting for the percentage profit, right? But here you all can see. So Resh, don't worry. My one is not too similar. I got some of my own stocks also. Okay. I know got some of your. So starting off here, we got Master. Just want to take. Just want to take note that all of them on this account, if you realize, they're all calls. I only have buy calls. So it's 100% buy call on this account. And starting off with the first one, MasterCard, Jan 15, 2021, doing 8.5% of the total portfolio, sitting on a bit of profit. It's okay. My SPY buy call, this is a bit of a shorter term. This is more to trade the breakout right now, above the SPY resistance. We broke out above there, so it's just to take some small profits there. PayPal, this one is Jan 21, 6 months, about solid profit. So this one was slightly after earnings. 145 or slightly after earnings. I entered on a EMA bounce. CBOE, shorter term expiry. So this one I want to bring your attention to is SPLK. This was one of my big winners during earnings myself. I actually tried reaching out to Resh about it. Let me try and see if I can pull out a chart on it. Just a quick one. Because I was digging through all the stocks, and I was looking for nice counters on screeners and everything, and I was finding what cloud company can grow after DDoC. This was after DDoC, after we caught the DDoC move, and I was asking myself what companies can grow. Let me load this chart here while waiting. So I have my let me load this. I have my DDoc here sitting at 3,000 over profit, 13% of the portfolio here. This was the earnings DDoc. All this one is thanks to Resh. So Resh, dude, I tell you, the amount of moolah you've been helping the community make, I have no idea, man. If like I am just one person, like imagine there are how many other thousands and thousands of people, who are taking your word and they are going for it, right? The last quarter, it was crazy. It was crazy. And
Oh man, I know it's crazy, man. I've made a people.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a quick one. Just a quick one. This was one of my best companies on my own without like this is one that I found on my own. This was the earnings gap up. It was a 12.7% gap up. About $21. I had at one point I had 12 contracts on this, but on the same day, Baba and PDD were announcing earnings, and before earnings, I took the profit out because I entered a few days before. I took the profit out for 5 contracts, and I regret that so much because I essentially had 12 contracts on this before earnings.
Wow.
So this is the concentration of my investments, of my trades lah. Because during that period of time, if I were to see, it wasn't to say very big of a portfolio. So I would say each bullet was about 15-20% of the account each time when I fire the earnings bullet during last quarter lah. So of course, take note, everyone who's watching, last quarter was much more different from this quarter. Things has run hot quite a bit. Let me hold on. Let me find back. Yeah, there we go. So last quarter, we managed to scoop up quite a lot of earnings here. And later after I go through the rest of the portfolio, then I have a few questions for you and Resh.
Hey, actually, before you go through the rest of the portfolio, right? I just want to emphasize one thing, because I do hope that everyone is watching. You all realize something that Jet constantly say. He actually keep mentioning one thing, which I don't know whether you all caught it, which is not a lot of which is not something that many other investors say. He keeps saying this. After this happened, I asked myself this. I asked myself that. I don't know whether you all realize this. He's a very reflective person, and he keep asking, So and even the questions he asked me, like even while we met up in the car and things like that, right? It is very different from what other investors ask. A lot of people ask, hey, this long term call, what should I do? We go into very specific trades. Now, just seldom asks about specific trades, but even when he does, he keep asking about the principles. Like, hey, what made you think of this? What made you think of that? He's very interested in the thought process, which is super valuable. I don't know whether is it very obvious to everyone. Is it obvious to everyone that Jet is a thinker? Meaning you say he wants to create an independent thinking. If yes, can you all please type thinker or please type yes? Because this is a super important trait, If you all notice his language, I ask myself this: where can I find another company that grow? And that's where he constantly asks this. Very, very important. So I don't even need to go and see into your other specific. But I tell you this, I'm enjoying what you're saying a lot, really a lot. It's very fun and very, I would say, it enriches me also. I'll tell you something. I feel that I'm still learning, and I feel that wow, the way that you think is amazing. I really like that a lot. So while you do certain traits where you, let's say, like you just now you mentioned, you sort of like took reference from Resh, DDoc, right? You mentioned that. But even then, you ask yourself, what was the reason for that, and how can I find a company that will be like that? Super
That's
important. Right. So I want to take my hats off you for this. I don't even think I actually I got more questions for you, but I'll be interested to hear what kind of questions you ask. Please listen to what kind of questions he asks. I mean, sometimes specific traits is okay. No problem on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So back to the portfolio first. Let's get this over with. So this SE here, this account here previously had 3 Facebook calls. So I'm only keeping this one Facebook call I have left pre-earnings until now, which is doing pretty well. It's about 11% of the portfolio doing in solid profits, Jan 21. And I deleveraged the other 2. I took out the buy calls, 2 buy calls to fund this SE buy call. So if you all can understand, right, you see my portfolio is always, it seems like at least this account is, it has always been not much in cash. Let's just put it that way. It's always loaded in positions most of the time. So if I were to make a choice, I always ask myself about opportunity costs. What do I lose here to gain here, and is it worth it? So looking at SE, looking at Facebook, and I see where Facebook is at resistance. I don't mind taking some profits off. I had solid profits from earnings until now, and it's been a bit rocky, but I took profit at resistance, nothing wrong with that. And SE was at a nice point, so I chose to enter the other day. I think this is the beautiful one. Resh mentioned Sunday night. It's like, oh bro, SE came down. I think he mentioned on the call or something like that, and I was like, wow, Monday checked out, take action. But it came down quite a bit already. But Monday it was up quite a lot lah. Monday was up quite a lot. This is just a screenshot so this is not live data. I can later maybe we could go through a live data one. But the next account I'm gonna show y'all is gonna be the interesting one lah. Yep. So this is my biggest account that I currently have. It's sitting on a net liquidation. I'm going to show all the figures lah, right? Because the whole point of this is the figures, right? So 67,000 US dollars as of last night closing, and some of the positions here we're going to go through. Is this clear enough for y'all? Can y'all see?
I can see that.
Yeah, can. All right. So first position here, CBOE. We've got CBOE. We've got Datadog here. So this DDOG is very sentimental to me because this DDOG was the same DDOG, okay, that I took a screenshot of my biggest single day gain that point in time was because of after DDOG earnings. I had 12 contracts on this. I had 10 1-month contract and 2 3-month contracts. And these 3-month contracts, I think it was like 4 or 5 months back then, like in May, right? These contracts held until now, and those contracts paid off like at one point 450%, but it's now at 360. Doing 5.5K for 2 contracts. But of course, that 12 contract gap up was about a $13,000 gain in one day. That was one of the major like jumps in my account during that point in time during earnings last quarter. So this is one of the
expiry coming soon, right?
Yes, expiry coming soon.
So what's your plan?
The later got planned. Later we go through all of it, all the trades first. Then after that, I will come to the end to ask you about some of the specific companies and the specific expiry dates. Because I got Gen 21, those are more chill. This is the one that I definitely have profit taking levels. So this Facebook is also September, not too far away. Johnson & Johnson is the rather very very close one, August. MongoDB, those are all sell puts. So this account is bigger, has more sell puts. So I have an IVR sell put there, is doing fine. I have MongoDB sell
spread,
put.
Yeah,
spread. So IVR is not a spread. IVR is just on its own. MongoDB is a spread.
Got it. So
Microsoft buy call. This was might now lose. Now I don't know. I haven't seen the market right now, but I know it gapped down for Microsoft. So this company below Microsoft here is very sentimental to me. Is NVO. So for those people who have attended OMP previously, or I think even some of Resh's class, Buffer Online School, those OG students lah. Okay, if you are here, type it out in the comments. And some of y'all might know me because of this company and know this company because of me too. So this company is essentially a pharmaceutical company. Let's just give a little stock tip lah, right? Not to say stock tip, but like a little briefing on stock that y'all might not know that's actually pretty solid lah, I would say. Even I got Glenn to vouch for it himself also. So NVO, Novo Nordisk, they are a pharmaceutical company which creates insulin, which is essentially medication it's a drug for diabetic people, diabetic patients. And my mom is a diabetic patient, and she uses this insulin, this brand of insulin specifically, every single day. They don't have a choice. That they have to use insulin every day to maintain their blood sugar levels. So this is actually a product from an investor point of view, right? It's very nice, because if you think about it, recession, no recession, got money, no money, got the price go up, don't go up. Either way, the patient have to buy the product. So this was one analysis that I took, and for smaller account size, if y'all can see, right, this is a very nice affordable trade. I actually entered this with one of the students who are actually much newer here, and she wanted a bit more conviction, and I entered it, tested it out with her, and for $265, we entered a call at 65 when it touched the EMA 50, or Resh calls it, I believe the mummy, is it? And for that short period of time, just about the August call is sitting on 64% profits. Just like that, about what, $170. So for a small account to get this kind of like nice moves, and looking at the chart also, has nice gapping for like the nice premium moves. Although throughout the day there's not much open interest, and also you all need to take note, just to buy a stock, this is really nice, but you need to make sure that you get the strike prices and the expiry dates right to get the nice open interest lah. So just letting you all know. And moving on, I got Platon here. I have a buy call pre-earnings until now, and I have a sell put spread. I have PayPal here. This is the beautiful buy call, but it's also Sean, like I think you can take note, this is also October. So this is the shorter term account. Like I said, the growth
about that.
The growth account with the shorter term contracts to get the nice fast rollover for quicker money. But this is the champion here lah. This is
Shopify.
This is the champion here lah. This is the biggest single contract gain I've ever gotten in one contract, and at one point in time, this profit was almost double. at one point in time, right, at those highs. But yeah, this is very heavily weighted on my account. So doing a quick calculation is about 22% on my account. 22%. So if this fella moves, right, can really move my account really a lot. So this
Right.
one weakness lah of my account. But of course I don't mind the growth lah. You know, I might face like 8K down on this contract one day, but it can go up 6K the next day, you know. It's quite crazy one lah. So I kind of come to peace with it that, you know, I've come to peace that this account is gonna be very volatile lah. So like I said, Lord, this is the major growth account where I'll take more risk, and that's why Shopify is inside here. So I much rather have it diversified with other counters lah. So I have a SPY buy call there, same September expiry, doing quite well. I have Square. I entered on EMA 20. This was beautiful, 13%. Recent entry, I would say that I went in quite I wouldn't say ballsy, like it took some guts to enter this position Square, because
Why?
it at that point in time, right, like market SPY was on resistance, and Resh was saying be cautious, you know, sell puts. We were selling puts, and I saw Square, you know, I was like, I cannot tahan, you know, I look at Square, and I watch Kenting's videos, I do my own homework on Square, and I'm like, it's one company I really want in my portfolio, and I just say, okay lah, I'm willing to buy it at this price. Gen 21, give myself more time, even if they in the short term might not do well. I'm okay to lock it in at this price. I just take it first lah, because it came down to the EMA 20. So that was my point of entry. I already hit my alert, and I was like, hey, no lah, not gonna let Square go lah. You know, even if it come down, I'm happier lah. I'll probably add more entries. So this was at the same time, on the same day, I actually entered Twilio. This company, I think you'll see on Matthew's account as well. This one was amazing. This one was really amazing. 2 days, 105%. This one was amazing. This is another cloud company along with SPLK, around that same basket lah. That's why I say cloud really made me a lot of money. So this one is one contract. I'm kicking myself in the butt, because if I bought a Gen 21 or maybe buy 2 October contracts, this would have been insane. Like 100% in a matter of 2 days.
So you mentioned a few times you'll kick yourself in the butt, right? So your butt nowadays pain or not? No, actually my point is this lah. So what will you do differently next time?
What would I do differently? So
Yeah.
I would definitely, right now I'm in a consolidation stage right now. So there was like an exploration stage where I go and explore, you know, like what I believe Resh went through with Jian Yong also before, like, you know, don't go do one BG here, one BG here, one BG here, you focus. You know what I mean? That's what I did first. I focused on DDoc, focused on Facebook. I had the focus stocks. And then I went out to diversify a bit, to get a little bit more of pace of the tech sector. And then now I'm in a consolidation stage where I'm actually wrapping up and like trying to find the ones that I just really want to stick to, you know. So it's only going down from here. It's only going down from here. The number at least the number of stocks I'm trying to reduce it, because I want to focus on the ones that really can hit me really nicely, because, you know, I already have PayPal as my main for payments. So Square is more of like I don't want to miss out, you know what I mean? So it's just it's looking at perhaps getting a little taste of it lah. But of course, eventually kind of spread it out evenly in the sectors that I want lah. Because payments is one whereby I feel that besides the Visa and Master, I wanted like something like Square and PayPal, but my PayPal is a little bit underweight for my portfolio, because I feel that I could have done more on PayPal. I regret like doing more a little bit sometimes. So yeah, I only have about 3 contracts on PayPal, but at least when I move on to the last account here, there'll be 2-year contracts there lah. So this is for my Shopify. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna just take a quick shot of this. I'm just gonna take a quick shot of this to get everything here. Wait.
Okay, as he's taking a shot, right? Basically, one thing that Jet did is very interesting. So when he just now you mentioned exploration and consolidation. Well, it's very interesting. Typically, people use this for brainstorming process or to like improve certain processes. So what he did was he take his portfolio and then he spread out and then go and explore and test out stocks that he may want to invest in. And then after that, after he invests in them, which is an interesting strategy, some investors, right, they take forever to like analyze a stock, make sure it's confirmed, guarantee, then they go and invest. Now, I personally feel that there's something you can learn out here, especially for investors who cannot stand losing money. If you cannot stand losing money, it's very hard to invest. But with Jet, right, he actually understands that once he invests, some of them will do well, some of them will not do well. So the expectation he has, right, I think from the start, it is very, I would say, decent and reasonable, very mature. He knows that some of them are not going to do well. I'm going to cut them. Those that do well, I'm going to actually double down and then put into them. So very, very good expectation. So for those who are learning, right, please also learn to manage your expectation. This affects your psychology a lot. So if you guys know that you need to improve on your psychology, can you please type Psy, PSY, which is it the singer, the Korean singer? But this is very important. It helps you a lot, knowing that when you invest, some of them will lose money on, and then that's where you focus. Right.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean. I think this is good. All right. So this is one of my other accounts. This is my final account. So it's sitting on about 30,000 right now, 29,000 plus, almost $30,000. This one is one of the heavier accounts in terms of capital allocation. It has at least five. It has five figures in capital allocated into it, and this one was more long term lah. Although right now I'm going to take note that I have DDoC here, one contract October. This was to not miss out lah.
Don't look super long term leh.
This account was so slow moving that I had to do this to make sure that it started moving a bit lah. Because I have PayPal.
You commit lesser capital lah. Got it.
Yeah. So these are just to get it moving lah. Get it moving.
Hey, don't need to feel guilty lah, Jet. Don't need to feel guilty because you have your game plan. The key thing is, I told the audience I do long term and all that because my game plan is different from yours. So if yours is different from mine, you don't have to feel uneasy. Oops, Sean is just it's not that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. So I have a Platon sell puts here, PayPal's buy calls here. So I have 6 months and 2 years. I have C 6 months here. SPY. This one is more a shorter term, very short term. But it's this one here is just to take that resistance breakout trade. So I want to take note. I have losses. This is reality. I have losses in oil and gas. This is actually oil and gas. One thing is actually just take note is if you see in the previous, I think there's a percentage there. So here you can see here in my main account here is a 90% loss. Okay, so I got a reason. Resh, don't scold me first. Okay, I got a reason why 50% never cut. Okay. This was earnings play with Mr. Holy Moly during the options class for one of the options that we used. And one thing that I could have executed on, which we learned from Mr. Holy Moly, was a way to save it, which would be to actually sell calls at the money on the way down. But that is worst case scenario. But after this company did a reverse stock split, there is not enough open interest in the options contracts, and I just chose to leave it there because it wasn't very much allocated into it. So I just left it as a point of if it does come back, at least can recover a little bit. But if not, I'm actually quite at peace with it lah. So it is a form of like one little oil and gas company inside a whole sea of tech. and I don't know, exercise machine and e-commerce, but I thought I wanted to use it as diversification, of course, but it's just losing money for me lah. So at the end of the day, I should have went into OIH lah. That would have been the better oil and gas to be holding lah right now. But yeah, and last one will be Visa 2 years lah. So this is my entire portfolio. Total amounting to last night closing $140,000 US, and I never would have thought I would be managing this big of a portfolio in a matter of a year, less than a year. It's just been incredible. It's just been crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Really. Hey, I don't know what are the reactions from the audience. You all can actually talk about like how you feel, what you have learned from Jet, and I want to make a prediction. There are some people in the audience now. By the way, it's very real. It's part and parcel of the whole entire stock market and investors. There are quite a number of audience right now. When they look at the stocks that you buy, they say, "Oh shucks, man, I think I should have maybe I should start to look at Shopify now." Okay, I can tell you this is gonna happen on. I mean, if you're honest about these guys, please type FOMO lah. If you know that you have FOMO, please type FOMO. FOMO has been around for hundreds of years. Okay, it's not going to go away, but you need to actually manage it. So I think Jet actually managed it very well. There are times where we're against like what Resh is saying. You decided to take like opposite direction. Like I think you mentioned Square, correct? You mentioned Square when you talk about hitting resistance, you go in, and then I want to quote you something that Warren Buffett said. He said that you're neither right nor wrong because other people agree with you. People agree with you doesn't mean you're right or wrong. You're right because your facts are right, because your reasoning is right, and that's the only thing that makes you right. So if your facts and reasoning are right, you don't have to worry about anybody else. Go for your facts and figures, which I think that you have shown that, yes. So guys, I do hope that is besides just looking at what Jet is buying, think about what he's thinking, his thought process. I think how many of you want to be a driver for Jet? Okay, so they should drive for you now, is it? I want to drive for you and hear what you're gonna say. You're a very interesting person. Ready? Cool. Hey, so Jet, you say you have some questions. Hey, but really, thanks for being so open and sharing everything. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, thanks. Of course, thanks for the opportunity to be up here with you guys. You guys are legends, man. It's an honor to be up here. Actually, it's an honor to be up here. And let's move on to some of the questions. So in regards to, I'm going to pull up this is the main one of the last accounts that I showed you. So this is definitely a longer term account. This is my longest term account actually, by right. It's the most conservative in terms of point of entries, and I have a short-term expiry DDoC here. So in terms of my profit-taking strategies, right? Okay. So I know for a fact after looking at Microsoft, I have some reservations on definitely. Resh was talking about not holding over earnings, and I had some reservation. At first, I was thinking, maybe I could hold over earnings, but I don't see myself holding any of my contracts which are below Gen 21 over earnings, the coming earnings.
Right.
So the idea is that I want to be looking for actually a nice point to just take the profits out, and essentially previously I had a strategy. Okay, so now at this point in time, after the situation has changed, after looking at Microsoft, after looking at some other companies, the situation has changed. The water has changed temperature, let's call it that way. So I last time very cool, very easy. Now it's starting to get warmer. Getting a bit close already. So I have some reservations in terms of DDoC. Just want to brainstorm with you all. DDoC just turned profitable last quarter. So I know Tesla is Tesla, but Tesla also just turned profitable like last quarter, right? And then this quarter just smashed it, I believe. I don't want to represent Tesla with DDoC. It's two different companies. But I mean, when companies are at this point in time where they have just reached profitability, they've just crossed the chart like at that point. Shouldn't indirectly the growth should be that way, even more with COVID players, with cloud, with all of these things going on. So if y'all can see, actually, my portfolio is very much COVID portfolio, if you may say, with Resh. Resh's mind of thought, school of thought, cloud is gaining so much, e-commerce is gaining so much, social media is gaining so much, online payments is gaining so much. So with that school of thought, I went and find what are the best companies besides along with the companies Resh has talked about. I look for in the cloud space, what other companies can I dig for, and I actually found one interesting one in semicon. Actually, I do not have any semicon.
Okay.
I heard about your Taiwan semicon. And actually, Sean, one thing, I was in SMIC before, I was in SMIC before, long time
As you
ago.
worked there before?
Oh. Yeah, I sold it before COVID dropped. COVID dropped.
You were in, as in you bought it lah. Okay.
I bought it previously, and when you talked about it, I was like, oh shit, I was like, Sean's talking about this stock, I was like, oh my god. I looked at it now, I just went like, oh my god.
It's on the high side, a lot of things. Yeah,
it's on hindsight. And one thing I gotta say, Sean, there was one point in time before COVID, I think, you slashed your stocks. Your stocks before COVID, right? And I would say, I don't want to say that I follow suit but eventually after like the retracement started, right, I sold off all my stocks, and Resh actually recommended against it. But looking back in hindsight, I would say that I don't regret selling off all my stocks, because I fully used up every single bit of my capital to capture as much growth as I can throughout this entire drop. And this entire, I wouldn't say entire drop and gain I would say 70% of the drop and 70% of the climb. It's already insane because I had like a break in between and here and there. I might not have caught the whole thing, but it's been a really incredible journey, And one thing I gotta say, I got quote Resh 1 year ago when we met at his hotel. He told me, bro, success, it's not a destination, it's a journey. And that's one thing I realized as well. If you're always looking at the end, like I want to be there. I want the results. I want the outcome. I don't want to focus on the process. I don't want to improve myself. I just want to get the results. How do I get there? What company do I buy to make this much amount of money?
That's right.
We'll never really get there. And that's something I realized throughout that 3 years, that I was always chasing after the results. I was looking at, okay, I want a 5-figure account. I want a six-figure account, 5-figure gain in a day. These kind of things. If I was chasing after that, I'll never get it. I'll never
That's
get
right.
it. And just on Monday, record smashing day. Although I did not hit new portfolio highs, but I broke my own personal record for a single day gain, which was about $18,600 in a single day. That was insane. But of course, this was after a big drop in tech, where there was a big rubber band, and I'm looking for this kind of other opportunities where we get this kind of big spikes that I might potentially use to take profit for my shorter term contracts. Definitely.
That's right.
Because I am 100% bullish. So this is one thing, Resh. I think we talked about beta, correct, right? My beta is like full on. It's like
as in the fluctuation is very huge for the portfolio. But again, I think okay. I think one thing you mentioned is very important, Jet. So you're saying don't aim for the results. I mean, we do want certain results. We do want certain objective in mind. But I think most importantly, right, when you want to aim for, let's say, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure, correct, you must first become a 7-figure investor. Meaning you say you must be ready. You throw a few billion to Warren Buffett, easily he can transform another few billion. You throw a few billion to dollars, even if you throw to me right now, I may not be able to handle. I may not be ready to be a billion-dollar investor. So you manage your money, start to manage your money as if it's 7-figure, as if it's 8-figure, then it will come. Okay. So right now, right, you are transiting to managing 7-figure, right? Now it's 6-figure, very nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Think about how to manage it like a 7-figure, 8-figure, and then it may be slightly different, It may be slightly different already. That's where you must think. Will you still take such a short term? So meaning
Exactly.
if let's say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So think a bit differently.
Yeah. Definitely. If I were to have a longer point of mindset and a viewpoint, I wouldn't be trading so short term. But I would say that I took the maximum potential, like to take advantage of the current volatility, and I just I would say that
when you're starting small, it's okay.
That was the kickstart to get the first pot of gold. So after that first pot of gold to recreate with other pots of gold is much easier after your first pot So I would say that I really got that kickstart and I'm very grateful for that. And I would say to those people who are just starting out, who I know a few people who are learning with me along with this journey. There are a few Malaysians. There are actually a few Malaysians who I actually met yesterday previously, who we do keep in touch. Part of Team Resh, definitely part of Team Resh. But definitely, I'll definitely be around in Subang, in KL, where we do have meetups and we discuss ideas. And it's been incredible. I think Resh knows Joyce. This lady, right? She's a retiree, and I'm so proud of her. Like, she has been on this journey with me, and she started along like in February, I think. And this lady, Joyce, if you in the comments, you just type it out. This retiree who just got retrenched like last year or something, has turned, like, in a matter of months, 5-figure profit. And I went, wow, for a retiree, I know her style because I was coaching her like myself previously, in terms of when students are not so clear after OMI and all these other things, and y'all might not have support, or they might not be so willing to type in the group. They want to reach out to other people who are nearby, and also I'm always there for them. And she, from a point that she didn't even know how to sell a put in February or maybe in January, that she had to come and re-attend the classes again and again, that to a point now that she can follow along with Rash's 3 a.m. calls, and she's turning like 5-figure profits. Is crazy bro. It's even it's not just those people who are willing to take risks. Those people who are even conservative can make money in this period of time, which is just incredible.
Yeah, I wanna just talk about this one person, Tammy, right? Tammy, I'm just very, very proud of you, Tammy. Like, seriously, I still remember Tammy was very hesitant to join the class and everything, but she just did this after June OMI. She made 18,000 in profit, and that's absolutely amazing. Do you use trading stop losses? Yes, I do. Why do you split a portfolio in different accounts? So different too many questions. But basically, we split different portfolio in different accounts very simply for different objectives, right? So for me, I have one long-term stock portfolio, one is just cash flow. That's it, right? Like for Jet, he has it in IB and he has it in, for different purposes, all right? Have you taken profits in February this year in preparation another potential market retracement? No. So not for myself, right? So my view is more of a longer term thing. So with short term positions, yes, I do take profits, but for my long term positions, it's more intact. All right. So, anyways, guys, we are. Oh, Joyce is here, right? So Joyce is awesome, and Jet helped move it. Sean keeps us around it, so great, absolutely amazing, guys.
I'm the old
Right.
one.
So guys, if you've enjoyed Team Resh, all our sharings and everything, type in Team Resh, man. Who's Team Resh? Let me see. Type in Team Resh. And I just want to share with you all some amazing stuff. I think some of you all actually know, right? Guys, I want to actually give something very, very interesting, right? So what I want to do right now is this. All right. What I want to do right now, very simply, is if you enjoyed this, please take a picture of three of us, tag us on Instagram or Facebook. All right. One more time. Let's do a post, guys. Let's do a post.
Hey, is Sharon still around? Because I want to also really commend Sharon for this.
Oh,
Because
Sharon,
I
come,
don't
Sharon.
I don't want Sharon to feel like she's doing a bad job. She isn't. She isn't.
There you go, Sharon. Come. Sharon, let's take a picture together, Sharon.
Hey,
let's go.
hi Sharon. Yes.
Come. Guys, don't must smile, don't smile. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go post. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, so again, guys, I hope you guys love this portfolio session with me, Sharon. Sharon, can you mute yourself now? Very noisy, are you? Right. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the portfolio section. Sharon, mute yourself, Sharon. Okay, so right now I just want to share something, guys. For those of you all who know, we've actually been organizing. We actually have organized something absolutely incredible for you all, and that very, very, very simply is this, my friends. Right, we've actually organized this particular summit for you all, and this is the Uncaged Summit. We have some absolutely incredible speakers. We have some new speakers on board. We have Peng Jun on board. We have Richard Tan. We have Nishan, who is the world record memory holder. These are the confirmed speakers, my friends. Today we have just got some confirmation of some absolutely incredible speakers. How many of you are excited for this event, for the Uncaged Summit? If you are, type in Uncaged. If you are, type in Uncaged. How many of you are excited for this event? Make sure you all come for this event. And I just want to say that, hey, this is going to be over 7 days from 3rd to the 9th of August. And this is something that we're putting together. And hey, guys, I just want to say that you all better get ready. We're doing some absolutely incredible stuff. And, if you want to register, you can go and register on uncagedsummit.com. The tickets are absolutely free. All right, so if you want to register, you get absolutely free tickets, and you have 5 tickets to actually win a contest. We actually give away iPads, iPhones, iMacs, everything, every single thing. We actually have upgraded tickets as well. For $7, you actually get the full notes. You get the Zoom training on how to prepare for the summit, and 10 tickets to win the contest. For $97, you get VIP access, where you get a VIP access pass to the Zoom room, official recordings, 30 minutes live post-training Q&A, and 50 times tickets to actually win. Guys, again, go VIP. Can all of you type in VIP? Go VIP. Very, very important. Get in the Zoom room with us is super, super important. And finally, for $297, you get clarity mentorship with myself and Roof Saw on basically how you can find clarity in your career, how you can find clarity in your investing. You get this clarity coaching by myself and a private group coaching with me. All right, and you get 200 times tickets to actually win a iPhone, iMac, iPad, all of that stuff is going to be absolutely incredible. So quite obviously, the person who will win it will probably be the one who actually invests in the Clarity Mentorship. It's only $297. So if you want to register, please go and register on uncagedsummit.com. Absolutely incredible. Please go and register, and please share this with as many people as possible, because if you thought Stream of Summit was good, this is going to be 100 times better, my friends. I am absolutely certain that it will be. So go and register right now, uncagedsummit.com. Right. So again, if you can put it in the comment section, www.uncagedsummit.com, they'll be incredible. Please go and register and share this with your friends as well, because sharing is caring. Please learn to give and share this absolutely incredible deal with your friends. All right. So that's basically all I'm share. I'm so looking forward to it. We're going to change so many lives. And so get prepared for a life-changing event. All right. So again, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this event. And I hope you guys enjoyed Tycoon Thursday. I can't wait to see y'all next week on Tycoon Thursday. So thank you very much, my friends. And again, one more time. Right. Again, go get registered, and I hope you
It's
guys
going to be 227 times point 227 times better. Okay, I don't know. It's just 100 times better. Let's go for it, man. It's something very inspiring. When I heard Resh and his team share this, right? It is my hair really stand. Amazing. Go for it, man. Let's
Absolutely.
go for it.
So go for it. Let's go. And hey, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. All right, come and listen to incredible speakers. You're going to be absolutely crazy. All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. Good night. Have a good rest. Thank you very much, guys. Peace out. Tycoon Thursday.